how to turn percent into fractions. So percent means out of 100. So let's look at 45%. So 45%, it means out of 100. So 45% means 45 out of 100. So you just write 45 out of 100. 30%. 30% means 30 out of 100. Do you really think it's going to be this easy? Of course not. So let's go back to 45%. It means, like, for example, if you made 100 shots, you made 45 out of the 100 shots. However, it looks like we can simplify this. If it ends with 5, what should we divide by? For divisibility, we should divide by 5. So 45 divided by 5 is 9. 100 divided by 5 is 20. So another way to say 45% is equivalent to 45 hundredths, which is equivalent to 9 20th. So for example, if someone shot 20 times, they made 9 shots. Same thing as if you made 100 shots, you made 45 shots. Next one, 30%. Can you simplify this? I think I can. Well, since it ends with a 0, I think I'm going to divide by 10. So 30 divided by 10 is 3. 100 divided by 10 is 10. So 30% is equivalent to 30 hundredth or 3 tenths. Let's try our next one. 52%. That means 52 out of 100. Can we simplify this? Well, it doesn't end with a 5 or 0. Well, this does. But what about this one? Hey, it's even. Well, we know all even numbers could be divided by 2. I think it also be divided by 4, but I'm not quite sure. You know what? I'm going to try 2 for now and see what happens. What's half of 52? 26. What's half of 100? 50. You know what? I should have known it. 52 and 100, the greatest factor that goes into it is 4. Why did I not divide by 4? Look at all the time I'm wasting. So 26 divided by 2 is 13. 50 divided by 2 is 25. So 52% is equivalent to 52 hundredths, which is equivalent to 2650, which is equivalent to 1325. So if someone shot 25 times, they would have made 13 of them. Our next example gets a little harder. It's over 100%, but you know what? It's okay. We can do it. We can do it. 125% out of 100. Can we simplify this? I think we can. What should we divide this by? 5? It does end with a 5. You know what? I think the greatest factor that goes into 125, 100 is 25. How many quarters go in 125? 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. 5 times. How many quarters go into 100? 4 times. So it's 5/4. There is another way. I mean, you could leave it 5/4. There's nothing wrong, by the way. But what if Mr. Joe or someone says, please turn it to a mixed number? How many 4s go into 5? 1 time. What do you have left over? 1. 1 and 1/4. Our last example is this one. Daniel made an 85% on the test. Not bad at all, kid. A B. Out of 20 questions, how many did he get wrong? So he made 85. So, let's see. There's a couple ways we can do it. We can solve this first with 85%. That's out of 100. Can you simplify this? Yes. It ends with a 5, so let's divide by 5. 85 divided by 5 is 17. 100 divided by 5 is 20. So out of 20 questions, Daniel made 17 correct. So out of 20 questions, how many did he get wrong? So 20 questions, the 17 are correct. So I think 3 out of 20 are wrong. So 3 is the answer. So out of 20 questions, how many did he get wrong? 3. Another way you could have done it is, well, you know he made it 85, so he must have missed 15% of the test. 15 out of 100 simplifies to 3/20. So many ways to do it. So work that math brain muscles, build it, and you'll be able to solve harder problems. And and please don't give up. So again, what does percent mean? Out of 100. So if you see a percent, Can you turn it to a fraction out of 100? Then sometimes, well, most of the time, you're going to have to simplify it. If it ends with a 5, divide by 5. If it ends with a zeros, divide by 10. If they are even, divide by 2. Sometimes you can divide by 4. So, percent to fraction lesson.